Greeting and Talofa. Today I'm talking about how to drive a stick shift. What comes to mind when you see a stick shift vehicle? We sometimes think like, oh, it's a lot of work. I get tired of changing sticks. But manual transmission, it requires the driver to change the gear themselves. It's one of the greatest, I think it's one of the greatest, I was driving stick shift, is it helps you save money on gas. I'm sure that all of us at some point has driven a stick shift, and some of us wondering how it feels to drive a stick shift. When I was 16 years old, I learned how to drive a stick shift. All my family, we learned how to drive a stick shift before we even know how to drive automatic. And it's so simple. When you first drive a stick shift, it takes you like 2 seconds to learn how to drive automatic. Where I'm from back home, mostly the vehicle that we have back home is stick shift. And excuse me. And at the time, everybody like really into it of how to drive a stick shift. I will explain 3 main things to better you how to drive a stick shift. In order for you to master this, you need to know how to first know your gears, upshifting, downshifting, and reverse. The third part is sparking and starting uphill. Usually starting uphill is really kind of hard because you have to balance the clutch and the gas at the same time. I'm going to start off explaining you the gear, and this is how it works. It's the first gear, second, third, fourth, fifth, and reverse. Usually you hardly use a neutral. In order for you to start a car, you need to press the clutch. You make sure the gear is on the first at all time. You can't start a car with the second, third, fourth. Always on the first gear. But once you take off the car, you accelerate, release the clutch, and press on the gas. And the car will move forward. From there on, you start upshifting, which is from gear 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you call upshifting. You can skip a shift. I'm sorry, you can't skip a gear. You can't jump from 1 to 4. You have to start from 1, 2, 3, and 4. Downshifting is when you slow down the car. When you come to a stop and you're on a gear 5, you can't jump from 5 to 2 to 1. You start from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 with complete stop. In order for you to reverse, you have to come to a complete stop in order for you to reverse. After mastering all that, the starting car on the hill and parking, when you come to a complete stop uphill, you have to put it on your emergency brake if that's your first time. You put it on emergency brake, you make sure you have the gear on first. When the lights turn green, release the clutch halfway, press on the gas, and release the emergency brake at the same time you release the clutch. Most people, when they don't do this, if they don't pull the brakes, they're not have time to, they don't have that much chance to release the clutch and the gas at the same time. I'm going to need everybody attention. Would you put your hands like this in front of you? So this is the clutch, brake, and gas. Once you move the car, the clutch, press down the clutch, you release the clutch, press the gas. You change the gear to second. Press the clutch, release the clutch, press on the gas. And that's how it works, the gear and the clutch. this is all your pedals, and this is all your gear. After messing all that, to start out the car, when you come into a stop, on the emergency brake. Now that you kind of have an idea on how to drive a stick shift, today with the economy, not always by this point having a standard manual transmission is a good way to save money on gas. But when you're stuck on the freeway, you have a hard time changing gear from 1, 2, 3, and 4. But it saves you money on gas. It seems overwhelming at first, but it all becomes natural with practice. You'll be rewarded for more control, better performance, valuable life, skill, the ability to drive any 4 wheel of the world.